My name's Daddy, and I play Clash of Clans sometimes. So probably the most controversial part of the recent update has been the hero changes. So I thought perhaps if we have a look at the underlying numbers, because I know that a lot of people feel that they've been nerfed quite a lot, and actually it's quite true, but there's a need now to be much more skillful with your deployment. So what the numbers show that from a hit point perspective, up until level 10 you don't have anything to worry about. After that though, they become increasingly less tanky. It even actually gets to the point where it's about level 30 when the old version is the same as the new version plus the ability. So it's clearly going to require more skill to use the BK as effectively as it was before. And I guess really they're trying to balance out the high level gameplay so that at a high level you have a better chance of winning on defense. And I think that's been needed actually, because pretty much before it was guaranteed that you're going to lose on defense. So yeah, at the highest level you've got a 55% nerf on your damage per second on your BK. So you need to use it very carefully along with your Archer Queen. Now this is something that Supercell said would happen because they want us to focus on the Archer Queen for attack and a BK for defense. So, well listen, looking at the numbers is one thing, but let's just see how they play in a big attack and how we can deal with it in farming as well. So let's look at Dan. So Dan is doing a typical Blinian attack here, attacking the balloons and the minions, which is interesting. But let's focus in on what happens to BK when the BK gets under attack. Now, what the graph doesn't talk about is the healing ability, because when you hit the the iron fist, he heals himself. So look, his health has gone down to about 80% there, and it just pulled it on a little bit. As soon as he hits that button, it goes right back up to 100%. And of course it goes quickly down again because he's under constant attack. So what that suggests is that it's really important to hit that ability, the Iron Fist ability, when you're really close to the centre, so it's going to, you're going to get most benefit from it. Okay, let's have a look at Carpe. Carpe's our biggest player in Lunar Rising. He's almost at 4K. Carpe raids with Go Wipe typically, so he's going to clear off the outlying buildings, pop down some golems, out with the wizards, and in with the peckers. Okay, so let's just freeze it there. You can see his health is around about 85% there. As soon as he hits the button, goes back up to 100%. So it gives him a bit of an extra boost in a time when he needs it. Now, Supercell say they want us to become more skillful. I think that jump spell's pretty skillful. They want us to become more skillful with the use of these two troops together. And I think this is sort of playing out. Where I do think they need to make changes is with the regeneration time, because the damage per second, sorry, the hit points are, sorry, the damage per second is very, very low, certainly at a higher level. So probably the regeneration time should be adjusted as well. Big cut playing is all well and good, but you might have noticed that I'm a farmer. So let's talk about how we can use this in farming. So this is I think it's in farming where you're going to get the most benefit from this new ability, because the defending troops now don't chase your troops around. So it's fantastic. They're just like a defense. They're in a defensive building. You can trigger them and you can do whatever you like, and they won't chase you around around the village, which I find is quite handy really, because quite often I want to be focused in at what I'm aiming for, be it gold elixir or dark elixir. So I'm using a typical barch there. Pop a couple of wall breakers in just to get these intersections. I was a little bit lucky with that wall breaker there that it didn't get destroyed by that Tesla. Timing's key, as they say. So in goes the Burger King. And pop another wall breaker in there so I can get a clear path to the centre. And notice how that changes his route as well, which is pretty cool. Now my BK is taking a little bit of damage there. I'm going to get him down to about 50%. There we go. Now let's see what happens when I press the rage. He's back up to about 80%. So what this suggests is if you're farming for dark elixir or other resources that are right at the centre, this is going to be a really helpful thing, because as long as you can protect that king to a point where he doesn't die, get right to the centre, hit that get that ability, and he's back up there. That's pretty cool. And after that, I'm just going to finish off really with a typical farming attack. Just take out those collectors, get all that loot, and finish it off like normal. So what are your experiences been with the BK? How do you use it? Has it changed the way that you're farming and you're raiding? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye for now.